Hey, how's it going? We got a Dodge Caravan 3.3 V6. What we're gonna do is just check the engine oil, check the power steering fluid, the brake fluid, the washer fluid, and the radiator. So, when you check the radiator cap, you always want to make sure that the engine is cold, because if it's under compression and the engine's hot and you try to open this is gonna pop up, boom, right in your head, and extremely hot, scorching hot water is gonna be coming out. Looks pretty good. It's kind of rusted. They used to run it with just pure water. I just recently had to change the timing belt cover, which is this piece. So everything had to come off. Changed the radiator on it, changed the water pump on it, and it's been, I don't know, maybe a month, and it's still full. So my job was done great, but you know, we still got this brand new radiator cap. Look how much rust there is. My brother works at Jiffy Lube right there on Blackstone. He does a radiator flush. He's gonna hook me up on Monday next week. Hook it up with a radiator flush. He did it on my pop's truck. What it is it sucks up all the water from the radiator, all of it out. It sucks it out, vacuum suck, so it gets everything out. They run the engine in, let that thermostat open up, pumps out all the water out. They pump it in with brand new radiator water or radiator coolant. No water, just radiator coolant, so it's clean. So yeah, he's gonna hook me up with that. Anyhow, I can see the water here. Hear it and see it splashing. Washer fluid. And full up. That's what's up. The engine coolant. Well, the radiator's full. Let's see. We got the water hose here just in case. And that sounds like it's full. It's full up. There's even throwing some out the reservoir. Right there, throwing it out. See it. The tranny fluid. Well, we gotta warm up the car for that, but we'll check that out later. Brake fluid, full up. Look at it, gurgling. The heck? I've never seen her gurgle before. Crazy. Secure. Hey, power steering fluid, full up. And how I had to remove all these pulleys and shit. Let me see. Can't get it in here. I don't know if you can see it there, but that right there is the power steering pump. So I had to disconnect the hoses to make sure everything's hooked up right. Obviously it's still good. It's full up. Okay, last but not least, engine oil. It's upside down. Dipstick. Dip my stick. Engine oil. Nah, that's right now. So we're gonna wipe this down with a rag. Prefer a handy old purposes rag. Disposable. Get it from AutoZone. Any automotive store, I guess. And let's see, what's it say? Full up. Just needs a little bit more, but it's still up. I had to remove. Goddamn. The oil pan. And looks dry. No oil coming out of that shit. Changed the oil filter too. So that's brand new oil, brand new radiator fluid, full up on the power steering fluid, coolant engine full up, brake fluid full up, washer fluid full up, and we're good to go. Let's go get these girls some coffee now. So here's the parts I changed on the minivan. Like I said, the oil filter, the radiator cap, the water pump. You see why I had to replace it. Added the power steering fluid because I had to disconnect the hoses to remove this some bitch right here. And you know why I had to move this bitch right here? Because one fucking stupid little fucking thing, dude. This had a little pipe sticking out about yay, and it broke. And then behind it, it has the rubber hose. That's behind the water pump. So, with that thing broken, all the water was running out of the engine. Quick, like that. Rapidito. So, okay. When I checked it, maybe before it broke down, a week ago, before it broke down, I noticed all this on the radiator. I was like, oh, you know, your radiator's bad. It's leaking. It has rust all over it. Here and here. You know, your door's here. Okay, so I could understand because the water could gush out from here. Because that's broken. But it's also on this side. Meaning it's cracked on both ends. So it's leaking water from the radiator. We bought her the radiator for Christmas. So when she's like, oh, it's at her baby daddy's house, and you know it's leaking water, I was like, radiator finally went out. I was like, let's bring it over here because I don't want to work on it over there. And you know, I brought it over here, troubleshoot it, hooked up the water hose to the radiator, seen where it was throwing out the water because it sounded like it was just gushing out when I was trying to bring it. Well, I added water before I brought it, and it sounded like it was just gushing out. I was like, fuck, I don't think this is the radiator. This is something else. So I brought it, pulled over, add water, pulled over, add water, pulled over, add water, until I finally got home. And like I said, we out in the cuts, man. Outside in the city. If you live in Fresno, you know, on Blackstone and what's the next street after Shaw? Bullard. So it's in between Bullard and Shaw. The little street, Dakota. Right there by Fumex and Pollo Loco's at, and the Guitar Center. Anyhow, that's deep. At least half an hour on the freeway. So, had to bring it, brought it, diagnosed it, found out what the problem was. My cousin came over, Max, and he's like, dude, you're gonna take a lot off. I was like, man, I just gotta take this piece off. He's like, it's this whole piece. I was like, oh, you're fucking right, man. And lo and behold, that was it. Took that sucker off. At the time it was Christmas, so everything was 50% off. So I got it for cheap. And it wasn't even for a 2002, it was a 2001 Dodge Caravan. And that was a Grand Caravan, but it's still 3.3 liter. I was like, man, it has to be the same. Kind of looked at it from the side. I was like, man, it looks the same. I took it out. They were already closing the way. You guys gotta leave already. I was like, dude, just give me 5 more minutes. I almost got it out. I go, I did all the work. I don't want somebody to come tomorrow and fucking just take my work off, you know? Because I had to rent a pulley to pull the crankshaft positioning pulley, the harmonic balancer. And yeah, man, so got it out, bought it, cleaned it, installed everything, put everything back in, brand new. And right now it's working great. It's working like a champ. So I did my good job. The van's still running good. Like you seen, temperature on it was cold, just like it should be. Alright, man, I just wanted to show you all the stuff I did to it.